All right, Graz here, Graz World of Sports Gaming, and we are on ASG Golf to do the next installment in my history of golf. I'm not sure what the end goal is, but we're playing every professional tournament from the start of the 1860 Open on, and we're in 1896 today. Gonna get a 2-for-1 today. I'm gonna start doing U.S. Open tournaments or videos for themselves when the field is a little bit more open, because right now I've only got a couple of guys that, and I think from the 1896 U.S. Open I've only got one golfer that was actually in it, so I had to like pad the field a little bit. But anyway, we're on the 1896 Open, British Open, at Muirfield in Scotland. Originally there were 63 players, of whom I have 10, and Harry Vardon won in a playoff. So we'll look at old Harry Vardon while we play this. And for my purposes, Willie Smith is the reigning champion in both the British Open and the U.S. Open. So that's kind of funny, or fun. All right. Let's go to Muirfield. And my golfers are James Braid, Willie Fernie, Sandy Hurd, Harold Hilton, Andrew Kirkcaldy, Old Tom Morris, still going, Willie Park Jr., welcome back, J.H. Taylor, Harry Vardon, and Jack White. Willie Smith is not going to try to defend his British Open title. Now, before Willie Smith won, Harry Vardon was the back-to-back champion. So maybe he could resume his winning ways. All right, round one, Muirfield. Let's see. What are my records at Muirfield? Did I write that down? Yes, 78 for one round. Interesting. This has to be, yeah, cancel that. How do I restart? Reset the tournament. Thank you. And edit. Yes, Muirfield. And we want 1890. Save. All right. There we go. Sorry about that, everybody. They got to be part of the Hickory Project until they're not, right? All right, round one, Muirfield. Records are 78 for one round and 331 for 4. And in this tournament, we have Harold Hilton, who twice has broken 100 in one round. Nobody else has done that. We've had some 99s and close, but he's the only man to break 100. Wow, 4 guys fall one shot off the record. 4. All right, well, in 10th place, we have Andrew Kirkcaldy with an 18 over 89. No birdies. We're still looking for our first eagle and hole-in-one at the British Open. In number 9, we have James Braid with a 17 over 88. He birdies 13. Okay. In 8th place, we have Harold Hilton shooting a 16 over 87, which is really good for him. No birdies. In 7th place, we have Willie Fernie with a 14 over 85, and he birdies a par 5. In 6th place, we have at 12 over 83, Old Tom Morris. Birdies 9, the par 5, and then the last 6 holes killed him. All right. In 5th place, 2 shots off the lead, we have Sandy Hurd with a 10 over 81 with 3 birdies on the back 9. 3 birdies in one round. And then tied for first, all with 8 over 79s, 1 shot off the Muirfield course record. We have Willie Park Jr., who birdies the first hole. We have J.H. Taylor, who gets 2 birdies. Harry Vardon, who's looking to recapture his title, birdies twice in the back 9. And then Jack White with 1 birdie, but not a lot of yellow. So that's round 1. Here we go with round 2. This thing says Harry Vardon won 6 British Opens and the 1900 U.S. Open. The Vardon Trophy, whatever that is named for him. All right, so round 2, we have a course record tied. First off, though, in 10th place with a birdie even, we have Andrew Kirkcaldy with a 20 over 91, and he is 38 over and 22 shots out of the lead. In 8th place, we have James Braid and Harold Hilton. James Braid with a 12 over 83. Interesting, no birdies, but he shaves 5 strokes off his first round. And then Harold Hilton with a 13 over 84. He gets a birdie, and that's one of his best rounds, period. In 7th place, with a 12 over 83 and 26 over total, we have Willie Fernie, who birdies twice. And he's 10 shots out of the lead. Sandy Hurd in 6th place with a 14 over 85 and 24 over total, 8 shots out of the lead. Does not get a bird. He had 3 in the first round, though. Tied for 4th, 4 shots off the leader, shooting identical 12, well, not identical, but 12 over 83s are Jack White with 2 birdies and Harry Vardon with 2 birdies, including one on a par 5. Okay. Tied for 2nd at 19 over par, we have Willie Park Jr., who shoots an 11 over 82 with no birds, and Old Tom Morris, who ties the course record with a 7 over 78 with 1 birdie. And then in the lead, J.H. Taylor, who in the first round, well, he's got back-to-back 79s. Oh, good Lord. We have our very first hole-in-one. J.H. Taylor, Muirfield, hole 16, with our first hole-in-one. Wow. Congratulations to J.H. Taylor for a hole-in-one and back-to-back 79s. He is, wow, I'm impressed. Hole-in-one. We finally have it. There it is. 142 yards to the hole. Okay. Let's, there it is. The eagle on the 16 with the hole-in-one. Just insanity. All right, so we have our first hole-in-one at the British Open. Now we're looking for our first eagle. That kind of counts as an eagle, but I'm not counting it as one. We want an eagle on a par 4 or a par 5. All right, round 3. J.H. Taylor looking good. It's a 3-shot lead and a hole-in-one. Course is changing a little bit. People are having a little bit harder of a time. Andrew Kirkcaldy, rough days. He's in 10th place after that round. He's 62 over par total. He shoots a 24 over 95 with a 9 on 17. Look. All right. In 9th place with 50 over par and 16 behind the leader with a 24 over 95 is Willie Fernie, who has 3 pars and nothing else. In 8th place at 46 over, 12 shots out, with a 17 over 88, we have James Braid. All right. In 7th place, playing the best golf of his life, at 45 over total, 11 out of the lead, with a 16 over 87 is Harold Hilton. Yeah, I know. Wow. That's his best golf. Well, he's broken 100 twice and been routinely over 95, so that's good for him. Harry Vardon will not make a comeback, I don't think. He's 9 shots off the lead with a 23 over 94. Shoots a 10 on the hole 5, on the par 5 fifth hole. A 10. So that's rough. And then in 5th place all alone at 42 over, 8 shots off the lead, 18 over 89 is Sandy Hurd. Well, 3 birdies in the first round and then nothing. Tied for 3rd at 37 over par, 3 shots off the lead. We have Old Tom Morris with an 18 over 89. He birdies 13. And then Jack White with a 17 over 88 with no birdies. All right, and in 2nd place, 2 shots off the lead with a 17 over 88 is Willie Park Jr., who actually was in the lead. And then you can see all these yellows. On the back nine, he went bogey, bogey, double bogey. Bogey, 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 bogey. For 10 over on the back nine. So, and then still holding the lead with an 18 over 89 and 34 over total is J.H. Taylor, who could be further ahead if he hadn't triple bogeyed 17. All right, so going to the final round. J.H. Taylor, has he won yet for me? I don't think he has. He has not. And Willie Park Jr. is looking for his 5th. So, here we go. Round 4. I think Taylor and Willie Park might be chasing the 331. We'll see at the end. I'm just excited because we had a hole-in-one. It's my first one. I mean, even if you count the 1895 U.S. Open that had a couple of eagles, that's our first one. Okay, here we go. Round 4 is over. Andrew Kirkcaldy finishes in 10th with 80 over par. That's 32 off the lead. He shoots an 18 over 89 with no birdies. Well, he had one in round 2, but nothing else. In 9th place, 70 over par, 22 shots behind. With a 20 over 91, we have Willie Fernie. Just doesn't look good. In 8th place, 62 over par, 14 off the lead. With a 19 over 90 is Harry Varden. Never quite got over that 10. In 7th place, 59 over 11 shots off the lead. With a 13 over 84, James Braid, who birdies 3. In 6th place, 58 over, 10 behind the lead, with a 13 over 84, is Harold Hilton, who actually gets a birdie on 13 and finishes the back 9, 2 over par. Didn't break 90 once. Good for him. Or, higher than 90. In 5th place, 55 over, 7 shots off the lead with a 13 over 84 is Sandy Hurd, who gets another bird. That's 4 for the tournament. 4th place, 53 over, 5 shots off the lead with a 16 over 87, Old Tom, who birdies twice. 5 for the tournament. Not bad. Tied for 2nd, 1 shot off the leader, are Willie Park Jr., who shoots a 13 over 84 with 2 birdies on the front 9. And Jack White, who has the lowest round of the lowest score of the 4th round with an 83, 12 over. And he birdies 16. He birdied 16, 3 out of 4 rounds. Impressive. But he had a 9 on 6. So without that 9, he wins. And the winner with a 14 over 85, J.H. Taylor, who birdies 2. So he has 4 birdies and a hole-in-one. Nobody was able to eventually nobody could overcome that first 4. And he shoots a 332, which is 1 shot. 1 shot off the record. So that means we had 3 guys within 2 shots of the course record for 4 rounds. So J.H. Taylor. Let's go find him here. He was supposed to win a couple of times, but he never did for me. Here he is. So he finally wins one. All right. So now let's look at the U.S. Open. We're going to play that. It's Shinnecock Hills. I know it gave us some trouble in the first round, but in the first time it went around. So we're probably going to have that again. I'll explain what that is in a second. So in real life, James Fowlis won this. The field was 35. Of the field, and I've looked at the actual, this right here is all the people that played. I've only got one of these golfers, and it's Willie Campbell. So I had to fill out the field with 2 other guys that I had from the time. So we're definitely going to have a different winner than real life. And we have Willie Campbell, Harold Hilton, and Jack White. So I didn't put Willie Smith in there because he didn't play the British Open. So, all right, here we go. U.S. Open, Shinnecock Hills. Willie Smith was our wire-to-wire winner in the first time around, and we'll see. Can Willie Campbell? We'll see here. 15's usually the hole that kills us on Shinnecock. Hey, they went right through it. Harold Hilton in third place with a 7 over 77. Gets a birdie on 5. All right. Jack White with a 4 over 74. And a birdie on 11. And Willie Campbell with a 2-shot lead with a 2 over 72. He gets 3 birdies. All right. Next round of the second U.S. Open. We're seeing some under scores or under par scores here. Hey, all right. Harold Hilton's in third place still with a 2 over 72, 9 over overall, but he has 5 birdies that round. Good round. Willie Campbell falls apart, shoots a 4 over 74 with 4 birdies. So, all right. And with Jack White takes the lead with a under par, wow, 2 under par 68. He has a bogey on 3, and everything else is just golden. So Jack White has a 4-shot lead going to the third round. Here we go. Wind did some changes there, caused some havoc. All right, so Harold Hilton with the 7 over 77 is 16 over total. 2 birdies, he's in third. He's just kind of there. Jack White, a 7 over 77, is 3 shots behind the lead now. Interesting how it's all changing. Shinnecock Hills plays tough, no matter who you are. And in the lead, with a 3-shot lead with a par 70, is Willie Campbell, who somehow gets a par with all of this. 6 birdies in 1 round. It's because of this. He went into the water hazard twice. All right, so round 4. We're at round 4 of the U.S. Open. Harold Hilton's pretty much out of it. Looks like it's a battle between Jack White and Willie Campbell. And Willie Campbell wins the U.S. Open. Harold Hilton gets under par on the last round. Jack White eagles the 16th hole. And then Willie Campbell, another straight par round. So J.H. Taylor wins the British Open, and Willie Campbell wins the U.S. Open. Okay. Now another thing that's important to note is 1897, we have the British Open and the U.S. Open. 1898, we have the same. But in 1899, we have the British Open, the U.S. Open, and then the Western Open is added. Now, what people who only follow current golf might not know is the Western Open was considered a major from its inception until 1934. So that's actually a third major. So the first 3 tournaments were majors, not counting the Musselburgh Open, of course. All right, so Willie Campbell. And that is Willie Campbell's, whoops, wrong thing. Willie Campbell's 5th overall major in championship, but not, he still only has 4 for the British Open. All right, there you go. We'll see you next time with 1897. I think I'll do a video of their own, maybe starting with 1898, because then the fields are going to get a little bigger. So in 1897, I'll do the British Open and the U.S. Open in the same video again. And then starting in 1898, every one of the majors will have its own video. Now, the thing, once I get to where the PGA has more events, what I'm planning on doing is I will run off camera the non-major events. So I'll play, let me show you on, say, 1955. I played this a long time ago, but I'm going to replay it. All right. So see, I would play like LA Open, Bing Crosby, all the way down to the Masters here off camera, and then I'll make a video and I'll tell you who won each and, like, you know, certain things that are cool, and then I'd play the Masters on camera. So that's what my plan is for the future. When there's more, because I'm not going to do a video for every single tournament. That would just be, I think I'm too old to get through very much of that. So congratulations to Willie Campbell and J.H. Taylor. And I will see you next time.